What's up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is your host, Zachary Reality, and today we're going to be breaking down the Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner divorce. So if you guys are tuning in and need a full breakdown of what's going on and what we know, you have come to the right place. So welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe and ring the bell so you're always notified whenever I post new videos. Now, this breakup really came as a shock because there was no reason for fans to think that Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas would be getting a divorce after 4 years together. They always seemed like a really happy couple, doing lots of carpets and public appearances, but they've also kept their family and personal life so private that we've truly never known what was going on and where they lived, and we still don't even know their second daughter's name. I didn't even realize they had 2 kids, let alone one. I did not know that Joe Jonas was based in Florida. I thought that they had a house in Studio City, and I didn't even know that Sophie was overseas working. So we are learning a lot about the couple through this divorce, and it is super sad news to talk about, but we have got to break it down and get into it. So where do we start? Well, TMZ did post a few days ago that there was a divorce on the horizon, and my immediate reaction was, not true. I don't believe it. No, ain't sitting right. But the rumors kept swirling and swirling, and just this morning, Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas put out a mutual statement together on their Instagram very early in the morning. It was like 5 a.m. in LA when I saw the post because I could not sleep last night. So I caught it actually within the first 5 minutes, which is like kind of crazy when there's like a big pop culture moment and you're like one of the first to know before everyone else. You're just like, wait, what? But their mutual statement said, after 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but this truly is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children. Sophie and Joe married in 2019. They share 2 children together, and they posted that statement to their Instagram. Now, I find it interesting that they didn't do a joint statement. Like, they did a joint statement, but they didn't do the invite collaborator. Sometimes when relationships and couples break up, they do a invite collaborator on Instagram, but they both posted separately at the same time with the same statement, which was very short, very sweet. They're saying that there are many narratives that are not true. This was a united decision, and all they asked for is privacy. And they're going to get privacy. I think that a lot of people are still reacting to this news, and a lot of reports are coming in about people from Joe's side or possibly Sophie's side, claiming, what they know. And, there is inside sources. So we're going to get into that. And I'm sure that the noise will go away in the next few days. I think everyone just is really shocked because this is a big Hollywood couple. I mean, this is Joe Jonas. This is my childhood crush. Everyone knows the Jonas Brothers, right? There's Nick, there's Joe, and there's Kevin. And I feel like a lot of us girlies have always been like, are we obsessed with Nick? Are we obsessed with Joe? And over time, more people have began to become obsessed with Kevin. But I definitely remember watching them on Camp Rock when I was younger. I love Camp Rock. Some of us like High School Musical. Some of us like Camp Rock. A lot of us like both. But I was so into Camp Rock. I also did watch their show on Disney Channel, Jonas. What was it again? It was like, I think it was just called Jonas. They had a little, show for a couple years. And then their band obviously has been so prominent. We all know Jonas Brothers songs. I mean, Burning Up, SOS. When their band originally broke up, Joe and Nick went to do music on their own. Joe started his own band where he performed songs like Cake by the Ocean. Nick performed Chains, You Got Me in Chains. And then Kevin started a family, but then the band came back together a few years ago, and now they're touring all over the world. And I believe they even have a show tonight. So I know a lot of fans are going to that in Arizona and are probably going to look for some signs and clues, but I doubt that Joe is going to say anything at the show tonight. I'm sure he's just going to perform and try not to address it because people are only really, you're going for the show, not for the tea. But I'm sure there'll be some wild videos to come out on TikTok tomorrow. And then Sophie, I mean, she's a very well-known actress. She played a very prominent role on Game of Thrones. She was on many episodes before that series ended. She was a mainstay. A lot of people know her from Game of Thrones, but she has since acted in lots of other films and movies and TV shows that I don't even know about. But she's working right now in the UK. So their first daughter's name is Willa, and we don't know their second daughter's name. Like I said, they keep their relationship so private. Their personal life, all of the Jonas Brothers do for the most part. I feel like we know more about Kevin and Danielle because they did have a reality show for a while. And Kevin, I just watched him on Claim to Fame because Kevin and Frankie Jonas are the hosts of Claim to Fame, which is an ABC reality show where you have to guess the celebrity's relative. I covered that pretty in-depthly on my channel over the past couple of months, but that season just came to an end last week. But Joe and Sophie, we just really did not know much about. I feel like we've seen lots of TikToks of them. Hot paparazzi photos of them have been always just like in the news for years. But according to People magazine, the duo had been living separate lives for months, and she was at his concert last week, and he wasn't wearing his ring for a while, but he just posted on Instagram wearing a ring the other day. So this is when the divorce rumors got shut down, because there was the TMZ and a couple people talking about them potentially getting divorced, but then he posted on Instagram with the ring, so everyone thought everything was fine. So was that just like a cover up? Is he still just wanting to wear it for a while? I mean, I know a lot of people get divorced, you know, especially if it's amicable, they still don't want to take their ring off right away. But according to the insider at People, they haven't gotten along in a while, and they're hoping to resolve this all amicably. And as far as custody goes, this literally all just happened, so they're figuring it out in real time. The source added they did have a prenup. As a family, they were based in Florida. The kids were with Joe the last few months, traveling with him on tour with the family, as Sophie's been working in the UK. Now, this is interesting. I did not know she was working in the UK, like I said. And I know that they have very devoted parents, and I'm sure the kids are safe. But Joe has basically, from what we are being told, has been the primary caretaker because Sophie has been in the UK and they want a stable environment for the young children. Their kids are very young. I don't even know how old the daughter is, Willa. She's probably like 1, and the other one's like, I mean, Willa is like 3 or 4. And then the new one that we don't know the name of is like an infant. But reps for Jonas and Turner have not responded to multiple requests for comment via People. Now, TMZ is reporting that there's a little bit more tea, of course, on TMZ. So TMZ reports that sources allegedly in contact with Joe Jonas claim the singer caught his wife of 4 years saying or doing something that made him realize the marriage was over. TMZ also reported that the couple have been facing significant issues for 6 months and have been struggling with conflicting preferences on how to spend their downtime. She likes to party, he likes to stay home. They have different lifestyles, one source said. She likes to party and he likes to stay home. It's interesting because there was a source from Sophie's camp that said an unnamed friend of the former Game of Thrones star told the Daily Mail on September 6th that Sophie was embracing a chance to let loose after meeting Joe at just 20 years old. Sophie feels like she's only just waking up to what her life and reality really is. The source claimed she became famous at a very young age, then married and had kids at a young age, and never really had the teenage years of sleeping around and just having a carefree fun with friends. So I think it's really important that we know how old they are. Joe Jonas is 34 years old, and Sophie Turner, oh my God, the net worth. Her net worth is 12 million. Let me tell you his in a second. But Sophie is 27. So 27 to 34, she is 7 years younger. Joe Jonas net worth is 50 million. Okay, so he is much richer than her. Not that that matters that much. They did have a prenup, so I'm sure everything will be sorted out whenever it gets sorted out. They said it's an amicable breakup, so I'm sure that they will figure it out amicably, hopefully. But yeah, she basically wants to kind of live her life. That is what we are being told by an unnamed friend of Sophie, that she feels like she was robbed of her 20s and she might want to get out there and be single and date. So does that mean that they need to end their relationship? I guess if Joe wants a committed partner and marriage and a family unit, and you know, Sophie wants to still kind of do her thing, like they could have tried an open marriage, they could have tried couples therapy, but it also seems like they have such busy careers, they're living different lives. So, you know, this is apparently the last straw for Joe Jonas, as he is the one filing for divorce. So Joe is the one filing for divorce. He filed in Miami on Tuesday, September 5th, in a petition that declared the marriage was irretrievably broken. Though the two insist the split is amicable, the emerging details of her ironclad prenup suggest that there may be a tumultuous battle ahead. She feels like her life has stalled after Game of Thrones, and so has her personal life. Since the kids came along, she's feeling trapped. She's the only person in her tight friendship group who is married with 2 children. Okay, so that is all the quotes and information I have from the articles that I read in the Daily Mail, TMZ, People Magazine, and a few other outlets. So it kind of seems like they might just be wanting 2 different things from what we are hearing. Joe is still traveling and, performing concerts and tours. So it's like he's really busy with his career too. She's busy with her career. Like, obviously, the kids are well taken care of. They have a lot of money, but, I hope that they're spending a lot of time with their kids. I mean, if she's living in another country than her, young kids that she just gave birth to, and now she's not knowing what to do with her life, like, this makes me concerned for the kids. He's out every night performing in a band. She is traveling in the UK for work. I know the kids are well taken care of, but it definitely seems like there has not been a strong family unit for a while. So, I mean, I wish them the best in figuring it out. I hope that they do not have a tough road ahead of them. Why would I wish that upon anyone? But, there is some conflicting stories we're going on right now. But Joe and Sophie said it themselves that it's amicable and that any salacious narrative is just not them. So let's take their statement for face value, because we want to choose to see the best in people and couples. Yeah, this has just been really shocking news. I think everyone just did not see it coming. Priyanka Chopra is still with Nick Jonas. Kevin is still with Danielle. I definitely would be interested to hear what the brothers think. And, maybe Joe or Sophie will do a podcast, like call her daddy or give a statement one day. But obviously everything is super fresh and new right now. So I do want to respect their privacy, but of course we're going to have to at least talk about it right now. And then maybe we'll definitely give them their privacy, in the future as they figure it out. But this is definitely breaking news that we had to discuss. So let me know your thoughts on the Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner breakup, divorce in the comments down below. Do you think there is any room for reconciliation? And before you head out of here, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Feel free to follow me on all my socials, just at Zachary Reality on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, my favorite place. And do not forget to subscribe before you guys head out of here. Ring the bell so you're always notified whenever I post new videos. And I will see you guys for another video very, very soon. Bye, guys. See ya.